The universe is pretty huge for life to be scarce. Like Carl Sagan had said, if life doesn't exist elsewhere, seems like a waste of space. Right now, as you're watching this video, somewhere in the cosmos, life may be spreading its wings on a planet, which is orbiting its star in the habitable zone. Or somewhere out there, majestic beasts roam a planet just like ours, unaware that a giant asteroid is coming to get them in a few thousand years. Or life might be very different, originating in a world where methane rivers cut through the lands and crash into large oceans made of methane too. No matter what life clings on to, our objective is to find it. To know that we are not alone in this universe will be a discovery like none other. And as such, we loaded a spacecraft with all our information and sent it into space. Someday, someone will find it and get back to us. That is the goal. But how far is that someday? And what is it that we have found? Have aliens found the Voyager 1? Welcome to Star Extreme. There is a little space for everyone here. The classic 1979 sci-fi horror film Alien was advertised with the memorable tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." But it did not say anything about humming. Instruments aboard NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft, which 10 years ago exited our solar system's outer reaches, have detected a faint monotonous hum. What is causing this cosmic hum? Voyager 1, one of two sibling NASA spacecraft launched 45 years ago, and now the most distant human-made object in space, still works and zooms toward infinity. As the craft toils, it has long since zipped past the edge of the solar system through the heliopause, the solar system's border with interstellar space, into the interstellar medium. In mid-May, Voyager 1 onboard system, responsible for keeping its high-gain antenna pointed at Earth, known as the Attitude Articulation and Control System, or ACS, started beaming home confusing jumbles of data, instead of the usual reports about the spacecraft's health and status. From our viewpoint, it appeared as if the spacecraft had developed something like an electronic version of aphasia, a condition that causes the loss of fluent speech. The data may appear to be randomly generated or does not reflect any possible state the ACS could be in, explained NASA in a statement from the time. Even more baffling for engineers, Voyager 1 appeared to be in perfect condition despite the spacecraft's bizarre status reports. The radio signal from the ship remained strong and steady, which meant the antenna was still pointed at Earth, and not in whatever configuration the ACS was claiming it was in to NASA. Similarly, Voyager 1 science systems kept gathering and transmitting data as usual, without any of the same strangeness affecting the ACS, and whatever was wrong with the ACS didn't trip a fault protection system designed to put the spacecraft in safe mode when there's a glitch. Thankfully, NASA engineers diagnosed the problem. And with the diagnosis, they could employ a cure. It turned out that the ACS had started sending its telemetry data via an onboard computer that had stopped working years ago. The dead computer corrupted all the outgoing data. All NASA engineers had to do was send the command to the ACS to use the correct computer to send its data home. The next challenge will be to figure out exactly what caused the ACS to switch computers in the first place. NASA says the system probably received a faulty command from another onboard computer. While they say it is not a major concern for Voyager 1 well-being right now, the true culprit will need to be found and fixed to prevent future weirdness. For the last decade, Voyager 1 has been cruising in interstellar space, beyond the reach of our sun's magnetic field. The field had offered the craft a little protection from cosmic rays and other interstellar radiation, much as Earth's magnetic field offers some protection from high-energy particles and radiation from the sun. Cosmic rays are known to interfere with electronics here on Earth. When one of those high-speed energetic particles strikes a computer chip, it can cause small memory errors, which add up over time And it's reasonable to expect that to be an issue for Voyager 1's onboard computers too. A mystery like this is sort of par for the course at this stage of the Voyager mission, said Voyager 1 and 2 project manager Susan Dodd in a statement dated to May. The spacecraft are both almost 45 years old, which is far beyond what the mission planners anticipated. We're also in interstellar space, a high radiation environment that no spacecraft have flown in before, and their journeys have been extraordinary. Only a year ago, Voyager 1 instruments had detected a constant drone of interstellar hum, caused by the constant vibrations of the small amounts of gas found in the near emptiness of interstellar space. It essentially represents the background noise present in the vast expanse between star systems. These vibrations, called persistent plasma waves, were identified at radio frequencies in a narrow bandwidth during a 3-year period as Voyager 1 traverses interstellar space. The persistent plasma waves that we've just discovered are far too weak to actually hear with the human ear. If we could hear it, it would sound like a single steady note, playing constantly but changing very slightly over time. Having decades ago visited the huge planets Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager 1 is now providing insight into interstellar space. The immense regions between star systems in a galaxy are not a complete vacuum. The stew of matter and radiation present in low densities, mostly gas, is called the interstellar medium. About 15% of the visible matter in our Milky Way galaxy is composed of this interstellar gas, dust, and energetic particles like cosmic rays. Much of the interstellar medium is in what is called an ionized or electrically charged state called plasma. Voyager 1 previously detected disturbance in the gas in interstellar space triggered by occasional flares from our Sun. This study instead reveals the steady vibrations unrelated to solar activity that could be a constant feature in interstellar space. This hum has a frequency of about 3 kHz. Let's play it for you. Listen to the eerie sound of interstellar space. When the plasma oscillations are converted to an audio signal, it sounds like a tone that varies. It's a bit eerie, said Cornell University astronomy professor and study co-author James Cordes. After 44 years of travel, Voyager 1 is the most distant human-made object in space. Voyager 1 will keep going, but its power supply will run out most likely this decade after up to 50 years of service, Cordes said. There are conceptual designs being made for future probes whose intended purpose is to reach further than the Voyager spacecraft. Here's hoping the Voyager spacecrafts continue to operate as long as they can in the harsh environment of interstellar space. And who knows, someone, somewhere out there might find it and discover our presence. It is terrifying and exciting at the same time. What do you guys have to say? Drop in your comments to let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to Star Extreme, because there is a little space for everyone here. Until next time.